Hey guys, it's me, Melissa Marie, and I'm so excited because I have a great video for you today. You probably already see by the title, by the thumbnail of this video, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. As always, thank you so much for watching. Okay, so today I'm going to be making 3 crafts that are going to all come together for a little project I want to do in my entryway. So I got everything from Dollar Tree. This first little welcome sign I got from Dollar Tree, I am going to paint that. I use the same color chalk paint that I got from Walmart for the entire project. That was the only thing that was not from Dollar Tree. So once I get that painted, I'm going to put that aside. I did get these 3 chalk boards from Dollar Tree. We're not going to use them as chalkboards, but I couldn't find like the long wooden signs I usually have, so I improvised and I figured I could put these 3 together to create like a long board for this project. So I lined them up. I am going to flip them over where the sides have the stickers, so just so that it's easier that I don't have to remove them. And then I'm going to take these large popsicle sticks, I'm going to cut them in half and then use hot glue to glue these pieces together so they stay together. And then I'm also going to trim down even smaller pieces near the edges, the very edges. You'll see it here shortly. And I'm going to use the gel super glue from Dollar Tree for that, so that this really does have a strong hold. All right, so I'm going to put that aside so that can dry a little more. And I'm going to take these 3 canvases. I'm going to take the canvas off each of them. I'm going to save the canvas pieces that I am able to take off in one piece. I'm going to save that for later because you never know if I could use that in another project or something else. But the main thing I wanted from these was the wood. I was going to use this. Spoiler alert, I did not end up doing it, but I was breaking them apart, as you see, taking out some of the nails that were sticking out, some of the staples that were sticking out, but I ended up leaving majority of the staples in, only the ones that were like kind of poking out. Broke them down all into the 4 individual pieces, and then I was going to use this as a border to kind of frame or go around the piece that I'm creating. But you'll see me work with it here. I really did try to start to line them up around the edges of this piece, and I was kind of unsuccessful. It just wasn't fitting properly. It wasn't smooth. It was jagged. And at one point I even started to cut down some of these pieces to make it work, but again, spoiler alert, it didn't work. I left it in here because I believe that, you know, crafting, you never really get it right the first time. You have an idea, you try, it doesn't always work, but this was me giving it a go. Like I said, here I was trying to even cut it down. I got that little saw box from Walmart, by the way. And yeah, it didn't end up working, so I did just go ahead, scrap that, and just glue all of the Jenga piece, well, the tumbling block pieces together, and that became the border for this project. I used a combination of wood glue and hot glue to glue everything together in hopes that the wood glue would hold it long term and the hot glue would just give me the immediate hold that I needed to keep it in place. In hindsight, I really do wish I had used some type of straight edge to help me make sure that this was straight, because I mean it looks okay, but there was a lot of learning lessons for me in this project. Let's just say that. Here I'm using the gel super glue and the hot glue to glue it to the board. Again, for the same reasoning, hopefully the gel super glue will hold it long term, but the hot glue will give me the immediate hold just to keep it in place here. Right, so after I got everything glued down as straight as I could, I did flip it over because some of the blocks were overhanging. So I broke a popsicle stick in half and tried to just make it even with the board and then also added another stick to hold it in place against the board, which I think overall that did work. And then I just sat this up and I let it dry overnight. So here it is the next day. I'm taking my welcome piece, I'm putting it on here, but I soon realized that to me that looked like more of something that like a teacher could use in their classroom, I guess, with the chalkboard, and it just looked very much like it belonged in a classroom, not my home. So I did use the razor blade, take off any extra glue that was out, sanded it down, and I decided to paint it with the same color. And you'll actually see once I'm finished painting it that I used the sander to take off the paint from the welcome sign so that there can be contrast of the two colors. So I brought it back to black as best as I could, and I kind of like that it kind of was a little rusty, not rusty, but like a little dusty, I guess would be a better way. So the next thing I'm doing here is I got these stones from Dollar Tree and this greenery from Dollar Tree and these stickers from Dollar Tree, and I am going to try to decorate this board. I won't talk during this part because all of it was basically just trial and error, just placing this here, placing this there, trying this, trying that, cutting it down. You'll see. So I won't say anything else. You'll just see me trying to figure this out. But don't go anywhere. This is just project 1 of the 3 projects that we're doing. And you're going to see the final reveal in my house, how I set everything up in my entryway. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. All right, so in the beginning, remember I said that these were 3 individual projects that are all gonna come together. So this is basically project number 2. Again, I'm starting with canvases. Again, I'm going to strip down these canvases. I will save the pieces, probably not that one because it had like designs on it, but I will save the blank ones if I ever need them in the future. Once I have them all stripped down, I'm not deconstructing these, not taking these apart. I'm just gonna go ahead, flip them over and glue 3 sets together just like this, and with the other 3 I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to glue all 6 of them to make one piece. I'm going to use hot glue for this part, and then I'll use popsicle sticks as reinforcements on these pieces as well as the entire piece, and you'll see that here. Okay, and now that everything's all together, I'm just going to sand it down just a rough sand down, and then I'm going to paint this the same color I've been using. I'm not going to try to do a perfect paint or anything like that because I kind of want it to look worn. So I'm even going to sand it a little bit after I fully paint it. So I'm not doing anything full coverage. I kind of just want it to look like almost like a worn window pane. That was the idea in my head. Hey, I thought the camera was recording, but it did not record me doing this last project, project 3. Basically, I just took the remaining stickers that I had and another pack that I had that had all of these little plants on them. And I just pasted them onto these canvases, and I used Mod Podge to smear all over them, and I let them dry overnight. This is how it came out. I did use little abstract pieces of the stickers and just put them along the edges and sides as well. Just pointed to one there. And I'll show you like some of those pieces I just snipped down and added to the sides. And it kind of ties in with the first project we did. But this is how it looks after it dried overnight after I Mod Podge the entire thing. All right, and so here is the final look of project number 1. I really do like how it came out. It's a little busy, but you know, I like it. I like it. You know, I'm definitely gonna roll with it and see how I like it in the space, which we'll see shortly here. All 3 of the projects, you know, put in my entryway, which also did present the fact that I had to figure out a way to hang that piece in particular. Here is how the second piece came out. Pretty simple, self-explanatory, probably the easiest for all 3 of them. Here is a look at the entryway wall where these things will be hanging. So we're going to add that piece, which was easy. I just put actually 2 nails. Same thing for those. That was easy. And then here it is with the final piece. I really love how all 3 of them complement each other, how this turned out. You could definitely put a wreath or something on the window pane frame. But I'm going to just leave it like that. I like that type of look. It's different. I definitely have seen other crafters do similar things. Obviously, theirs probably look a lot better and more professional than mine, but I still do love it. And I really do appreciate you watching. I'm just going to show you the back of the welcome sign and how I had to, you know, figure out how to hang it on the wall. But overall, it did get up there and I really do like it. And again, here is just one more look at everything. Thank you so much for watching. This was my first like true major home crafting project. Hopefully I will do more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.